This is BoBTV, and I just re-recorded the intro with free plugins. Hello, it's me, BoBTV guy, host of BoBTV show. And we're doing some streaming, recording video stuff today. This is part 3 of how to record a song. I'm going to show you actually how to do the damn thing today. And I'm going to recommend before anyone does any of this that they watch some videos on Reaper Mania, because I'm not going to teach you how to use every little feature of Reaper or how to mix and edit and all that stuff in this video or the next one. So my recommendation is to just check those out first. Here's video recording audio, effects, plugins. Kenny Joy knows what he's doing. He'll show you all the ins and outs of how this works. But for now, let's open up Reaper and try to record some shit. Now yours probably won't have this meter here on the side. That's just a special setting. I like having it like that. And yours may not have the track already loaded for you. Mine does. If it doesn't and it's blank here, just double click. That'll open up another track. Okay, so the first thing I like to do is load up guitar stuff. So this is track 1. We're going to name this guitar. We're going to call it guitar left because we're going to have 2 guitar tracks, one left, one right. And this is going to be the left one. So I'm assuming you've already got your audio interface all set up and everything's all turned on correctly and all your inputs. I'm using input 1. You've got your guitar plugged in. You've set the gain like I showed you in the other video. So you set input 1. You have to put every track into record or else it won't actually record anything. So we're going to do that. And then drop my pick. And then I pick my pick up. And then once you actually click the button, you'll see there's a signal. So you're getting, what's that, 60, 70% hot signal. That's what you want. Then the button next to it is your record monitoring, which means it plays out of the speakers what you're making the sound of. So you want to click that. That's the raw guitar sound. If that's what you're going for, then just record that. And have a sip of beer. But I don't want that because I play metal. So here's where all your effects are. And we're going to start with one thing I didn't mention in the other video, which is that Reaper actually has a auto-tune plugin, but it's a guitar tuner too. So we go to all plugins, just type in REAT for retune, double click that, move it over here. So this will actually let you tune the damn thing before you record, which is what you want to do before every take is tune your damn guitar. So I'm in D sharp, so it's half a step down. And I'm pretty well in tune there. You'll be in E or drop Z or whatever the hell you pick. Then our next plugin is going to be the Tube Screamer. Or if you don't want a Tube Screamer, you don't have to run that. I like a Tube Screamer, so this is the free one I got here from TSC Audio, TSC 808. So for this video, I'm just going to leave it stock, not going to touch anything. That's just going to boost the signal a bit, push it harder into the fake amp that we're going to load up next. This is going to be the emissary, and you're always going to want to pick VST here. I don't know what AU is, and VST3, I don't know what that is. So Ignite amps, emissary. See, now we're getting some gain, baby! But you can't just play like this because it sounds like a 9 Inch Nails record. And we're not going for that right here. So this is the amp. All the knobs are at noon. All the switches are defaulted. So for this, just leave that as it is. And then we're going to go back in here and you would have downloaded possibly the NAD IR as well, which is the fake guitar cabinet as mentioned previously. So you got presets in here for different mic pairs. I suggest when you open it up to just click here and then choose 57 pair, and that gives a SM57 center and then another one off axis. If you don't know what any of that means, then don't worry about it. Just select this, and then now guitar sounds pretty good for free shit. Alright, so we got some guitar here. So I'm assuming you're doing one of two things. You're either writing a song right now as you're installing all this shit and loading it up, and you have no idea what you're going to go with, but you're going to write as you go, or you have a song and you're going to try to get it down, record it into the computer. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually try to re-record the intro to BoBTV. That whole thing with these free plugins, and it's not going to sound nearly as good because I'm not going to mix it or master it in here because I'm not going to show you that. But we'll see how she goes. So this track is way too big, so I'm going to make it like this. So we have a guitar, and what we're going to do now is we're going to add the drums. So we have that. Then we're going to record the guitars, one and then another one, and then we're going to do the bass, and that's pretty much it. That'll be the whole damn thing. So let's do that. So double click, loads up another track, track 2. So this is going to be drums, so we're just going to click here. We're going to name it drums, and we're going to make it a little bigger. Open up here, and then we're still in all plugins under the search. Type in MT Power Drum Kit. Double click. There we go. I don't know why that took so long. So this is that thing is, yeah, it's free, but blah blah blah. So you can give them money if you want. I'm not, because I use a different drum program normally, but do what you want and just hit skip, and here's your drum program. And for some reason the snare likes to peak, like if it's red that means bad, but we don't care right now. And so like I said, you can use these to make your own drums, like actually program them bit by bit. That's a lot of work, but it's custom that way. Or in this case, we're going to choose a pre-done groove. So go over here, click on groove. That's somewhat appropriate to what we're doing. So the intro to that BoBTV thing has open hi-hat. So let's see here. Pick this one. So that's way too fast. So when it comes to MIDI drums, you have the complete control over how fast the drums actually play. And that's, go down here, see it says BPM over here. So right now it's set to 120. I've already figured out that the intro to that song's about half of that, so I'm going to set this to 60. Tab out, and then you can see when I go back and play it again, it's half as fast. Okay, so that's what we want. And so one thing I learned just today is that these grooves are set for 3 bars instead of 4, because your riff is either 4 or 8. Or if you're a Meshuggah, it's 13 over Q or something. So we're going to do 3 bars of this, and then we're going to do a dumb little fill at the end. So the fill goes like this. Little finagle there at the end. So what you want to do to get this in your track, your drum track, if this is what you want, you want to move this out of the way. Grab it, drag it over, and just drop it here right at the beginning, as far over as it'll go. One thing you might want to consider is, just to make it easier for lining stuff up, is there's an icon here called Snap to Grid. So you can either click that, or there might be a keyboard shortcut for it. Mine's custom. I think mine's Control S, but that way if you put, say, 2 of them together, go back over here, it'll line them up perfectly instead of being cockeyed like that. So I don't want that. So I'm going to do that one, and then we're going to grab this fill, drop it at the end, close that, and then, so now you got your controls down here. So this is your playhead, whatever you call it. So this is where it is in the song. So we're way over here. So you want to go back to the beginning, or you can hit home. I think we'll do that as well. Now this is also really friggin' small, so go down here into the bottom corner, and these are your zooms. So if you go like this, see, it makes it bigger. And then this one makes it wider, I guess. And then back to here. So this is what I have. So exciting. So that's basically your drum groove. Now, when you make a song, you're going to have a bunch of these in a row and then pick different drums or similar drums for the chorus and the bridge and all those other parts of songs that the radio tells you have to have. But for this, I'm just going to do that beginning intro. It's very short and sweet. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the drums like to peak, and that's this red line here, which is red, so we don't like that. So I'm just going to go in. This is your volume slider for this particular track. So highlight the track. Right now it's at 0, so I'm going to turn it down by 2. And then if I play it again, it shouldn't redline. And it's not, so that's good. So this is kind of how you balance the tracks out. Like you might turn the guitar up or down. Here we're turning the drums down because it's too friggin' loud. All right, so the drums are here. Let's just play along with this for a minute and just see if we can even do that, if we're any good at playing in time whatsoever. So just to play, because this one's in record, this one's just not in record, so we just want to play it to play along with it so we can hear the guitar. So you can either hit the play button here or the space bar. We're not recording anything right now. You get the idea. So now when you hit spacebar, it's like that's actually play and pause, which pissed me off. So it's right now pause, so hit stop at the end. I think you can change that in the controls. So we need, I'd like to have a little bit of a count in here, so metronome enabled. So let's see here. Okay, so it's playing a click track with it, but I want it to do a, there we go, pre-roll settings, that's what I want. So I want to do have the metronome start before the track actually starts. So right now, and I just did a search for metronome. Shit, now it's gone. Metro, and then I just pre-roll settings, so you can see it's under options, that's where it actually is. So pre-roll settings. Run during playback, count in before playback, count in before recording. So that's what we want. Set to 2 counts. Alright, so let's close that. Let's actually change that to 1. I don't need it to be that long since it's super friggin' slow. So it should just do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the song should start. Song. Spacebar. Yeah. So that should work. Okay, well, let's record the damn guitar then after a little sip of Mill Street Organic. Oh yeah, you can hear that whining noise? That's because I'm facing the monitor. If I turn 45 degrees or more away from the screen, that goes away, so keep that in mind. Alright, I'm going to turn my headphones up because I need to hear this nice and loud, and let's face away from the screen here, and so this is going to record to this track because this is the only one that's set to do that. This is going to play back. Make sure you go right to the beginning, and let's see what friggin' happens. Record. 2, 3, 4. Alright, click stop. Well, that wasn't bad. So you can see this is the guitar waveform. This is what comes out of your guitar running into your computer through those plugins, these guys here, and then back out again. So now, just as an example, what it sounds like if I turn these off, because you got a little power button to turn off your effects rack as it is. So I do that, now it's off. So this is what it sounds like without that. Oh yeah, it's set to playback. That's fine. See? Oh, computers are so smart. Okay, so we're gonna do another guitar track now, because you'll need at least 2. This isn't the 50s. You need at least 2 freaking guitar tracks, panned left and right.